I'm giving away 2 $10 codes of your choosing. If you guys want to win, all you guys have to do is like this video, subscribe, post notifications on, and leave a nice comment with your gamer tag. So I guarantee you right now, you are using the wrong build of the M4. If you're not using this build, trust me, you are doing it wrong. This thing is actually incredible. Hold on, let me see. You're AFK, you camper. I don't know what you're doing, but I'm gonna need you to... Oh, that's a teammate. I was about to say, I'm gonna need you to be better. But you're already doing great. Good job, teammate. Yeah, like I said before, there's literally nothing that can actually beat this build. I love it. I was hoping you would go for a push. She's not going for the push, though. Yeah, he is. You're just a little late. That's all. A little late to the party. It's never any bad. You know, it doesn't hurt nobody. Get this UAV, though. So, let me just say this. This build is the build that you want to use if you absolutely want to pop off and actually drop a nuke. This is something that will give you plenty of bullets, for one. And not just plenty of bullets, but also give you plenty of damage. And icing on the cake, 0 recoil. 0, I repeat, 0 recoil. You guys see how I'm playing. Recoil is non-existent. Only scary thing is when there's no UAV or anything like that, so you don't know what's going on. We're on a Ruthless now, and yeah.
Bro, is this the same chain that dropped the nuke, or am I just tripping?
Oh yeah, that's me. What's up, bro? That's crazy that you... What's up, man?
I just watched that video. Shit was crazy.
Oh, thank you, brother. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, this mic was going crazy. It's like, I saw the goal, like, there's no way it's the same guy. I just watched that video. Like, that's crazy, yo.
Hey, I'm gonna try to lock it in for you, though, real quick. Look at you camping. You should be ashamed. So, let me put you guys on real quick. I was literally just motivated by the guy that recognized me. So, I gotta give you guys the best setup overall, so you guys can pop off and have just as much fun as I am. Nice pre-fire. I'm not gonna lie, that was a nice pre-fire. I can't even be mad at it. Anyway, we're just gonna play the position game overall. It's not even optimal to go for even though this thing is the best thing. Like, this is the best. Even though it's the best weapon. Please, please, bro. Please. Grow up. Be better. Thank you. Sheesh. Oh, wow. All that violence, bro. I actually just want a little piece. Can I just have a little bit? Maybe. Maybe we calm down a little bit. Thank you. I'm still trying to be careful just because I don't know where they're going to come from. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. They're probably going to come down the middle, but I'm going to check this right side real quick. Thank you. Put this bad boy down. And come through. I hope you do. Oh crap, the game is ending. I'm on a Ruthless. Thank you for the UAV. Move, kind sir. I need ammo. You're just not gonna give me ammo.
Locating the next hard point. Get ready.
Ammo. Thank you. All right.
Hard point compromised.
If I hurry up, might be able to drop ammo on 25, 26.
Confirming next hard point. Stand by.
Battery depleted. Striking sentry.
Nope.
Hard point compromised. Secure the area. Hard point relocated. Secure the target area.
Can we stop lagging? Maybe. Maybe stop lagging.
UAV online. SCV is ready for support.
Done.
Enemy targets at the hard
It's done. It's done. It's done. Can't see anything.
Ah, I'm dead. Oh, okay.
We're starting out with the HIGHTOWER 20-inch barrel, and by the way, I'm just letting you guys know we're going to be tuning every single one of these barrels at the very end if you guys want that type of version too. So the pros are bullet velocity, damage range, recoil control, and hip fire accuracy with a reduction of aim down sight speed, movement speed, and hip recoil control, which is something that, I mean, you won't even notice in my opinion because you're not going to be hip firing this weapon in the first place. Moving on to the Echolist 80. Now this thing has sound suppression, bullet velocity, damage range, and recoil smoothness with a reduction of aim down sight speed and aiming stability. This is absolutely worth it. First of all, you're going to be suppressed. I mean, you don't show up on the minimap in the first place, but suppressed gun makes it much harder for you to be heard. So I think it's best overall. Plus you get an increase of bullet velocity and damage range and smoothness of recoil. Here's the thing. This is basically the agency suppressor, monolithic suppressor, but basically on the stuff. I'm not going to say, I don't know if I can get demonetized for it, but the stuff. Throw on the FTAC Ripper 56 for aiming, idle stability, hip fire accuracy, which doesn't really matter, and recoil stabilization. You get a reduction of aim down sight speed and walking speed, but trust me, it's worth it to have that stabilization and aiming idle stability. Throw on the 45 round mag just because there's not that many bullets. If you don't want to use that, then you can use red dot sight, completely up to you. Last but not least, we're using the X10 grip for the sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed with a reduction of recoil control. Now the first thing we're going to tune is the HIGHTOWER 20-inch barrel, and what we're going to end up doing is completely up to you. You would actually increase the damage range slightly. So you can increase it by maybe like 15. You're going to get a reduction of aim down sight speed down. Now, if you don't care about the aim down sight speed, then definitely max this out. You can go as high as you want to, all the way to the 40, but your ADS is going to be significantly slower. I'm letting you know that right now. I think a happy medium would maybe somewhere in the 20s, and that way you can still have some good aim down sight speed. Also, with the barrel tuning for recoil steadiness and aim walking speed, I don't really recommend touching that. I think that's pretty balanced, but if you do want to control recoil a little bit more, you can bump it up a little bit. I think the recoil is pretty solid with all the attachments put on there, so truth be told, you can maybe increase the aim walking speed, but in my honest opinion, I think that you should just leave it alone, leave it where it is. This is actually perfect. Next, we're moving on to the Echolist 80. Now listen, in my opinion, what you can end up doing is you can actually increase the bullet velocity significantly. Now, we already do have some aiming idle stability perk improvements, so you can throw up the bullet velocity and make this thing an absolute tank if you want to. Now, I would suggest if you're going to move it up, put it to 0.5. If you want to just do it slightly, you can put it to like 0.24, 0.25. But if you go all the way up here, I'm just letting you know that aiming idle stability will actually be impacted. It won't be as good. You won't be hitting your targets. It just won't be a pretty picture for you. So at max, 0.5, do not go beyond this. If you want to experiment, trust me, you can find out. It's not going to be pretty for you. 0.5 is a good answer for you. Now, recoil smoothness, you can increase that a little bit, but if you want to help your aim down sight speed, you can actually move it more so on the 25 section, like somewhere in the 20s. I don't really recommend moving it any further. I think it already has pretty good recoil control, so if you want to move it Feel free. Next is the FTAC Ripper. Now, this is where the aiming idle stability came from. You can either increase your aiming idle stability, or you can actually move your aim walking speed. So we're basically strafing, you'll be able to move a little faster. Now, you can actually move it on this end because this is actually a custom for the aiming idle stability. You can move it just maybe like 15, you know, somewhere in the 10s. Don't go beyond that because then your aiming idle stability is going to go to trash. But I think somewhere in like the 15s will be perfectly fine. And then for stabilization and aim down sight speed, I mean, you can maybe put that to like somewhere in the 10s as well, but you can leave it where it is and it'll be perfectly fine.